Greetings, all! Today, we will be examining relatively common poison-type Pokemon Ekans, the Snake Pokémon, and its uncommon evolution Arbok, the Cobra Pokémon. While they might not always be the flashiest of beasts while young, the members of the Ekans family are still vicious reptiles that can give far more than just a nasty bite to those that dare to come too close to them.
Ekans possess a fairly simplistic serpentine body, covered mostly in purple scales, with a beige underbelly and a ring of beige scales near the base of the neck. They have a rounded head with beige-colored slit eyes, small nostrils and a large mouth with almost no visible teeth, the tail ending in a beige colorado used to make noises of warning to those that get too close. Their evolved form Arbok retain the purple scales seen in their pre-evolved form, though they lack the rattle and underbelly pattern seen in Ekans, instead possessing a large fleshy hood that is adorned with a vibrant pattern of black, red, and yellow scales designed to scare and intimidate others. They further possess a long forked tongue and a mouthful of sharp bladed teeth, their eyes having changed to a dark black color with white sclera. Ekans and Arbok are closely related to both rattlesnakes and cobras, despite their otherwise disjointed relationship, and tend to change form as they age to suit their particular needs in battle, with Ekans taking on the form of a rattlesnake to deter predators with a traditional rattling noise, while Arbok take more after cobras for the point of inflicting fear. Both creatures, however, take on these forms help disguise themselves as venomous snakes when they normally have no venom to them at all, and live remarkably similar lifestyles to traditional snakes. Ekans and Arbok are rather small at first, but gradually grow in size as they age, adding segments onto their bodies until they eventually reach an ordered length near the end of their lives. Both of them are fairly common size in grasslands, and are easily distinguished from the surrounding environment by the bright colors of their body, but otherwise are noticeable as a result of their silent body movements and quick reflexes. In the daytime, these creatures will actively hunt whatever prey they can to survive, and will curl their bodies around trees during the night to avoid being easily whisked away by predators or other environmental conditions. Ekans and Arbok both see the world through thermal vision, and are attracted to hot spots that move quickly, occasionally leading to accidents with younger children and hot food and picnic scenarios. Lastly, it is noted that both Ekans and Arbok use their tongues as a way of sensing the ambient air temperature around them, as well as detecting minute vibrations in the air that might possibly indicate the presence of hidden prey nearby.
As far as their abilities go, these creatures share much in common with normal snakes in the way they behave towards others as well as biologically, using their terrifying appearances to scare others as part of their intimidate ability at a base, though in some cases they can actually dial it back a bit for different effects as part of their unnerved hidden ability, and can otherwise use the natural process of shedding their skin to potentially remove status ailments, thus also having access to shed skin as a base ability.
In terms of stats in the case of Arbok, while they can look quite intimidating, they don't have a lot of power to their forms or are well suited for serious combat, though at the very least they can hit decently hard with the physical attacks, the base attack stat being above average for a fully evolved poison-type Pokemon, so they do have at least some merit to them in battle.
Although they are still fairly young, Ekans are dangerous creatures that can strike with surprising force in battle despite the fact that they are unable to use their best poison-type powers to their fullest until after evolution.
While Ekans can eventually learn to utilize a nasty bite attack after a while, unlike similar-looking snakes, these creatures are normally unable to infuse their poison into their fangs, which are so small at this point that they are almost invisible, so they are unable to actually take down prey with poison directly. For this reason, Ekans prefer to eat eggs that can easily be swallowed after dislocating their jaws, and then crushed internally with little effort, curling up and resting afterwards to allow digestion to make room for more food, though they have been known to faint from exhaustion if an egg gets stuck in their throat as they are trying to swallow it whole. Pidgey and sparrow eggs tend to be the best source of nutrition for them, as they are readily available in large numbers in most cases. Moreover, this also means that Ekans are actually quite safe to be around, even though they are far from friendly, as their inability to use poison directly leaves them little else other than a poison sting attack or acid attack to defend themselves with, and even then, they won't learn the acid attack until they are very close to the point of evolution. Still, extreme care is recommended at all times when dealing with Ekans, as they can constrict tightly against prey and crush them with a decent rap attack in some cases, an action they'll be more than willing to replicate on the limb or head of an opponent.
Upon evolving into Arbok, these creatures finally gain the ability to utilize potent and toxic attacks that could put lesser creatures in the hospital, additionally becoming able to use the powerful Crunch attack immediately after evolving, as well as the Thunder Fang, Ice Fang, and Fire Fang attacks.
Because they are not extremely powerful or defensively strong, Arbok rely on the complex pattern of scales on the surface of their hood to intimidate others, spreading their bodies wide to reveal the glorious pattern quickly and suddenly to approaching targets in battle. Although this pattern does little to deter the actions of stronger creatures, smaller entities tend to either run away in fear at the very sight of it, in which case Arbok will chase them down with a vengeance, or stand transfixed with fear, at which point Arbok will take the opportunity to encapsulate and constrict the target until they stop moving. While their poison-type powers are strong enough to make hunting a simple task, as is their noteworthy tenacity and penchant for hunting down prey no matter how far away they go, Arbok equally prefer to use their long muscular bodies to constrict their prey and opponents to death with enough force to flatten a steel oil drum. Interestingly enough, it has been confirmed that the actual pattern present on an Arbok depends a great deal on the region of choice, with over 20 different patterns having been confirmed globally. Needless to say, despite the fact they are unable to utilize any truly powerful poison-type attacks until very late in life, Arbok are resourceful, intelligent hunters that can prove to be a handful in battle, as escaping from the clutches of their rap attack is nearly impossible, and the capacity to utilize their ability patterns and devastating glare technique makes them a serious threat to younger creatures unwise to their ways.
I'm not exactly the kind of person to really be afraid of snakes, per se, but both these little buggers can be a right pain in the butt when they can put their real strength to the test. Ekans might try and talk a big game and use that rattle in their body to make you think that you're dealing with something to be fearful of, but in truth it's just a big bluff on their part. Sure, they might be able to damage some with rap and acid, but the fact that they can't pair the poisons with their fangs means that they can't really bite down anything for a lethal blow. Even in an evolved state, they still can't do that, but Arbok can at least more than make up for it with a variety of fang-based attacks they can learn with a bit of help, and the access to potent moves like Gunk Shot. The real threat they pose is with their muscular bodies, as they can use their coiled forms and rap attack to crush the competition if they're too soft and squishy, and thus can prove to be a noble threat in close quarters if they can't be shaken off.
While they might not always have the true essence of a noble threat with their poisonous powers as one might expect from a snake like them, the members of the Ekans family are nonetheless fear-inducing creatures that can put a heck of a show on to scare the daylights out of smaller beasts. It might take some time for them to really get access to the useful poison-type offenses, but when paired with moves like Glare, they can work together to incapacitate others before they even know how to react.
Just do yourself a favor and make sure to keep your distance from them in the wild if you don't have a way to shake them off, or they might just give you a potent squeeze that you might not survive if you end up passing out before you can escape.
Thank you all for watching this video. It always brings me great joy to see others enjoying the work I do to try and make the world of Pokemon and the fascinating creatures that lay inside of it feel as real as they possibly can. If you really enjoy my work, please feel free to leave a comment and subscribe, as I always do my best to respond to any and all comments that are left on my videos. In addition, if you wish to learn more about my work and help support it, you can find links to my Patreon page, as well as email and other contact information to my work on DeviantArt in the video description down below. Furthermore, you can find a link to my Discord server there as well if you'd like to get a first glimpse at what videos are coming up next and converse with other fans of the world of Pokemon. Thank you for taking the time to watch this, and have a wonderful rest of your day.